This is a 2025 GMC Yukon Denali Ultimate. And for 2025, it has some new features which we'll go over in this video. I borrowed it from Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. Be sure to ask for Frank to check on availability. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this one. At the very top is a description with the exterior and interior colors. And then here is a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause to see more. Base price for the Ultimate is going to be $101,300. And you guys see there it has night vision and the white frost. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $106,390. And here are the fuel economy numbers off to the side. So here's a question that some people are going to ask. Why would you buy this over a Cadillac Escalade? That's a really good question. Now, here's what I'll tell you. If you were to get an Escalade in this base form, which is like a luxury, or even a sport for that matter, you're not going to get some of the features you can get on this one unless you start adding options to it. For example, this one does have the power diplomat running boards, 24-inch wheels come standard on this one. If you want those features, you're going to have to spend more money, which means you're going to really widen the gap between the two SUVs. And if you want that diesel option, you can't get it for the Escalade for 2025. You still can for the Yukon. Now, on the front end, you guys will see right here, triple beam precision LED headlights and fog lights. They also have the animations for the headlights too. I like the black trimming that they give you on the front end. You also have the Vader chrome. They give you this bright satin finish on the front end too. You can see right there. This is for the night vision, adaptive cruise control. You also have your cameras, and this does have the Super Cruise too. And I love this little graphic they give you on that GMC badge as well. Now, as I said, this one does have the 24-inch wheels. You can delete these if you like. Here's what I'll tell you though. That would be a bad move because they don't give you much money off for deleting them. And it's always a good idea to have two sets of wheels, in my opinion. So, like the design, they don't look that big. They will change the ride characteristics a little bit, but I don't think that most people would even notice if you didn't point it out to them. Bridgestone tire. These are the Alenzas. And if you care to see the tire size, it's right here, 285/40/24. 4-piston brake, 6 lug. They do give you a fabric material for the liner, and you have the air suspension on all 4 corners. There's that Ultimate badge and your Denali badge right there. And when you scoot back, you have that tri-coat paint. Looks really good. Power diplomat running boards with the perimeter lighting. Now on this one, the mirrors, you have that paint and that tri-coat, and then you have that black turn signals, cameras, and they do give you the puddle lights down below. Also blind spot, and these are power folding. There is more chrome on this too, and there's no way to delete that. I would like to see that option maybe. Now on your roof rails, you do have a satin finish. On your door handles, you have more chrome. They're smart key on front and rear, which is a nice add. And here's where we're going to fill up at. Because this has the 6.2 liter, you do have to use premium fuel, although they say recommend it, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then 24-gallon fuel tank out back. They do give you parking sensors on the side there. You have the quad tip exhaust, and they do hide that windshield wiper as well. 2 cameras out back. You can still pop this glass open too. And to open this up, there is a button right here. All power obviously at this price point. Not a shocker. You have more Vader chrome down below too. And behind that third row seat, great storage, 120-volt power plug. You can't drop the second row. This third row is power. And they give you this nice treatment to the back here. They do provide these specialty floor mats and a little bit of storage below the floor back here. To put all this down, there's a button right here. They do give you the animations on the taillights, by the way, and then you can really see that paint too on this side a lot better. The 6.2 liter does come standard in the Denali Ultimate, and as I said earlier, you do have that diesel option which will be available later this year. This engine puts out 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. All that power goes through a 10-speed transmission. And what's funny is, those are the same power figures as the Escalade. Even more funny, if you don't use premium, you don't get those numbers. So if you want the best performance, you gotta burn premium. For 2025, they did refresh the interior and they did change the color of this interior. This is the woodland mahogany, and I think it's nice. I know some people probably gonna have mixed feelings on it. They should have kept last year's and added this one as a second option, but hey, it is what it is. On this wood trim piece, you can feel how porous it is. It is real, and I like the two-tone that they give you on the door here. You have that stitching. All this is that soft touch leather. Great stitching pattern right there. You have auto up and down front windows, auto down rear, and as I said, you do have the power fold outside glass, and you have seat memories right there. A little bit more satin for the door handle, and I like the overall design of the speaker grille. Here's your kick plate, 16-way seats, perforated leather, nice graphics up here with that Ultimate badge, and they give you all the speakers on these front headrests too. Power steering column, they did restyle this steering wheel, so it's a little bit thicker compared to last year's. A little bit more leather on the dash, more of that wood, satin, and that gloss black. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. On this side, 16-way seat. And I like the amount of leather that they added to the dash here. More of that wood, more of that, I guess you can call this the woodland mahogany. And down below, you have a large glove box there. Even off to the side, they did a great job of pointing this interior with as much leather as they could. Even on that center console, you have perforated leather with that Ultimate badge. At the very top here, this is storage. They use velvet for this too. On the roof you have just a fabric material, no suede, which I was shocked by. I think last year they may have had suede, but I could be wrong. I can't remember off the top of my head now. Out back, this one does have the rear screens, so these come standard. And the only complaint I'll make about these seats are they don't have memory, so when you put them down, they don't go back to the position that they were in. And I like to see that for these really expensive SUVs. Seat back pockets are right there. Now this one does have heated outboard seats. You have HDMIs, Type-C USBs, 120 volt power plug. Let's go ahead and turn this on so you guys can see it. So you can see your heated seats. Can control right here. Only 3-zone climate control for this. I'm a little shocked by that. And then you have those cup holders there. You can see that twin panel moonroof. They do provide lights on the side with your air vents. Out back, just your basic third row. The nice thing is they do still give you that same stitch pattern. Also the graphics on the leather perforated, so they don't really skimp out in that third row seat. And you can see on both sides they give you a Type-C USB. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Here is the steering wheel buttons. I didn't really go over all the ones on the side here, but you have electronic parking brake right there, 360 cameras, parking sensors, auto stop start, traction control, downhill assist, self parking, and then this is your lane keep assist. Here's all your lighting controls. Here are your drive modes with your full drive system. Let's go ahead and start up the Yukon. Here's your push button start. And I'm going to go ahead and clear some of these menus so you guys will be able to see your drive modes that they offer you. So you have normal, sport, off-road, tow haul, and that's pretty much it. If you want to control the air suspension, you have to push this button here, and then you can swipe it left or right, or counterclockwise or clockwise to raise and lift it basically. Did I show you the trailer brake too? You have that too. Here's your turn signal and windshield wiper stock for your high beams as well, and your gear selector is right there. If you put it in reverse, here are your cameras. You can also zoom in if you're planning on towing a trailer. Also, if you're not the best at parking, let's go ahead and just show how this works. You can easily pull into a parking space. You have to watch obviously where you're going, but this does make parking really easy. If you want to back up, obviously you can do that as well. Now this one's not as great for backing up, I'll be honest, so I would switch over to like this one for example. And then as you get closer into the lines, you can switch back over. That way you can see if you're nice and centered in there, and then you still have that bird's eye view on that side. So yeah, this is a really nice system. Again, you still want to use that backup to see how close you get in the rear. You still have your sonar too, so as long as that's on, you're good to go. But yeah, the camera system is great on here. You can customize this screen, so it does go up and down. If you want to move things around, you can do that too. Vehicle status, this is nice to have because all your trip information is now here. Be sure to pause to see more. And if you hit home, which is up here, this takes you back to this menu. And something that's worth noting, you have climate on the screen. You also have climate hard buttons down below. Now if you want to control your seating controls, you would have to hit the screen there, and that's just where they're moving to for the future as well. I'm gonna go back to home real quickly, but right down below, this menu does stay here. So this is your settings, and this menu here is for your controls and safety. So if you do have a garage or a gate, you have up to 8 now that you can go to, and it's pretty easy to get to. Your child locks are in here. Your heads-up display can also be controlled from this screen, which is right up there. Night vision, you can change the brightness and contrast for that. Now, since we're on that topic, let's go ahead and go back over here. I'm going to push this button right there. This will change the menus that you see. You have navigation that you can now see on this screen. And notice how the miles an hour and RPMs don't go away too, by the way. And here is your night vision. Every system that I've ever seen always takes a little bit of time to get it going. But yeah, there's a night vision. If I were to drive over this way, so you guys can see it. So you see the car right there in front of us? This is a nice system to have because it does alert you of objects too. But on the top, you guys see you have that 4K camera for your rearview mirror. You also have LED lights. You can drop the seats out back from here. Also, you can slide this center console forward and back. They do have some storage right there. This is just nice for if your wife has a big purse. This moves around so you don't have to put it on the seat over there or on the floor. You can control your twin panel moonroof. You have the screen button right there, so it will slide it for you. You also have a warm white LED light for your vanities. In the center here, they do give you these covers. This one's for your cup holders. This one does hide your wireless charger for your phone, and you have 2 USBs inside this area. And this is your storage in here. So all in all, a nice SUV. I think that for the money, it is expensive, don't get me wrong, but you just get a lot of nice features now that you didn't get for last year. Now, if you plan on putting this in your business name, your gross ax weight rating out front is going to be 3,700 pounds, the rear is 4,200 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 7,600 pounds, and the wheels are going to be 24 by 9.5 wide. All in payload is right here at 1,388 pounds. And they do give you this trailering information that shows you this can tow up to 8,000 pounds. Shows you the weight of it on the curb. shows you the gross combined weight rating. So if you're planning on towing, be sure to get familiarized with that sticker. I didn't show this to you. They do give you the sport pedals with the Denali Ultimate as standard equipment too. I hope you guys liked the video. This is definitely a really nice SUV, and if it does become available, you can ask for Frank at the Seiner Buick GMC. Let them know you saw the video. See you guys soon.